accessories. No power steering or power brakes. It's just all manual, although it isn't an automatic transmission. A single master cylinder for the brakes. Still got these little decals on here for antifreeze and battery cables. So I'm going to get those gaskets, and as soon as I can, I'll start trying to disassemble this and see what I can find. Only has one belt on it. I guess it would have had another had the air conditioning been going, but just like the oldest things, that just has a single, just one accessory on there, the alternator, and then the water pump. Take a look now at the trunk. Let me get the keys out. Here's the back seat. Just look at it, in what good shape those seats are in. This is an RCA powered mixer using 807 tubes that I got in here. Very good condition on all the interior surfaces. Let me open up the trunk here. See which one of these keys does it. Let's see here. Maybe it's this one. But look how big the trunk is. You can really get a lot of stuff in there. And here's the original owner's manual. And that must be the original serial number there. So I'll take a look at this and see if I can see what the mileage is. So it looks like at 3,500 miles in 10 of 64 it had an oil change. So there's all the certifications. 67. So apparently it was in primary use until 6/30 of 67. And then here's a record, 8/10 of 94, 72,450 miles. So it must have been driven some. It was, last mileage in the 60s was 34,000. And then 94, 72,000. So it's only about 77,000 now. So in how many years is that? 16, 17 years? It's only gone about 4,000 miles. So I think it's got the original owner's manual as well. There's the dashboard. It looks like a clock was optional on that 4th gauge panel. There's the push-button transmission. There's the manual transmission shift pattern. Lights. There's the radio, optional. Let's see what else there is. Okay, the temperature controls We've actually got the parts for that. For some reason it got removed from the car, but I've got the parts to rebuild it. There's the engine compartment. There's accessories. And here's some of the heater parts in here. Here's an RCA theater amp that had been through a fire. This had been in a fire and had been sprayed with water during the extinguishing of the fire, and it had been left to rust for many years. But I did get this working. I put all new tubes in it, we put new caps in it, and we got it to work. We just need to mount a resistor on there. This one I haven't got to work yet. I've been trying to, but for some reason I was having trouble with the bias. But I got these amps here as well. Here's the RCA cabinet for the RCA theater amplifier. I'll just do a little more work on this and should be able to get it to where it'll work again. Here's a pinball circuit board too. I think this is some Bally's flash cord, and I ended up ordering a new universal pinball board and putting it in there to repair that. There's the back end. This car doesn't have a solenoid trunk release. I'm so used to that on a lot of these other cars, but this one doesn't. You just have to open it with a key. And no defroster on the rear windshield. I'm not sure when those came into use. So I'm gonna start disassembling this and see if I can figure out where the problem is. But there's the 1964 Plymouth Savoy.